Howdy, all. Welcome back to not another Reddit video. We're not going to do those for a long time. We both got very bored and very burnt out of them. So we're going to do...
Boring. It was the worst. Why did we ever do that?
Why did we should have never done Reddit. NBA videos. And I think this one's going to do very good. We got to 10 subscribers.
No, we're at 12 subscribers.
We're at 12 subscribers.
As of Thursday, August 6th at 3:47 p.m. or p.m.
There's ants in my room right now. Serious problem I'm dealing with.
There's ants in my pants.
But no, today we're going to talk about the NBA. Skip to, I don't know, a minute. We should be talking about that. But we're going to tell you what's probably going to what we're going to end up doing with this channel. We're going to talk about movies twice a week. On Mondays are going to be the good movies. Okay, those are the movies if you want
the movies people care about.
Wednesdays are going to be very, very bad movies. It's not going to be. We're letting y'all know that right now. So good movie Monday, crappy movie Wednesday. Tuesdays and Thursdays we talk about the NBA. We're going to talk about probably just it's going to stay the same. On Fridays we're going to do whatever we feel like, and even the weekends. So Fridays through the weekends we're going to do whatever we feel like.
Yes, that is the schedule. Hopefully.
Random. We're going to hopefully start uploading every day. We took a break so that way we could upload every day.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were stupid when we started. We didn't know how to do it 100%.
Now we know
how to do it every day.
So this is Howdy Y'all 2.0, baby. We're starting fresh. Okay, let's talk about the NBA. We're strong. Which teams are looking surprisingly weak, especially the one team we're going to talk about. Our NBA champion prediction, a whole bunch of other stuff. Okay, the teams that are coming off strong, let's talk about the Utah Jazz. Coming in the tournament, the Rudy Gobert situation, Donovan Mitchell, I personally counted them out. Ever since then, I've done nothing short but take the NBA by storm. They are looking good. Looking all right, I guess. Next, what do you want to say about the Jazz?
The Jazz, they seem like a promising team. Now, I don't think they're going to win the finals or anything, but they seem to be decent enough to maybe make it to the semifinals, maybe.
Remember, these are our opinions. We can be wrong. The teams that I think were overhyped coming into the tournament I think the Mavericks are very overhyped right now. They're young, okay? They don't have playoff experience, which is very important when you're going into this thing. Remember, in our system, we wish it was just one game. But right now, it's 7 games. And if you don't have experience in playing 7 games with people who are going to be trying their hardest, it's a much different than regular season environment. People who are going to try their hardest, people who, they know what they're doing. People who know what they're doing and are very good at doing it, they're going to beat these Mavericks in the playoffs simply because they don't have enough experience.
Mm-hmm.
Do I think eventually they'll be good? Absolutely. Right?
Yes, of course.
I mean, Kristaps Porzingis and Luka Doncic, come on. But right now, man, it's not looking good. They're too young. That's my. Do you agree with me?
Yes, completely.
Andrew?
What?
What do you want to add on to that?
I think you said pretty much everything that needs to be said.
Yeah, the team is too young. Take it from a Thunder fan. I've watched that looked great in the regular season. Absolutely suck
I know. Come on now.
Oh, man, it was – I mean, after Kevin Durant left, man, we just couldn't get anything done. Talking about the Thunder, they have – did I call it or did I call it? I said this team is a lot better than it looks. They play team basketball, and it's working. Now, you and I both agree this team's probably not going to be the NBA champion. I just like to make jokes as a fan of it. I know realistically we're not going to be an NBA champion.
No. But you guys, I think there's maybe a small percentage that you could do it. I mean, you're a strong team.
Yeah, but the thing about the Thunder, though, and
I mean, have you seen Steven Adams? He's like the definition of strong.
Yeah. The thing about the Thunder, though, is like you're a Warriors fan. What did those Warriors always have? And star players.
Yeah, of course.
Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green.
The star players go away.
We're taking Draymond.
And we lose.
We're taking Draymond out of the occasion. He has proven to me since Kevin Durant was gone, Stephen Curry was gone, Klay Thompson was gone. Was that a star player?
Yes. No. Maybe. All of the above. I don't know.
He wasn't a star player. So you look at Stephen Curry, you look at Kevin Durant, you look at Klay Thompson, man. That was a very good team. Even though I hated them so much. There was talent. There was a lot of talent on that roster. I mean, the Cleveland Cavaliers, they had who? LeBron James. I mean,
LeBron.
The list goes on and on and on. Teams don't win without star players, you know. And on this Thunder team, we don't really have a star player. We have good players that I think could eventually develop into star players. I think
they're not yet.
They're not yet. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. But when I talked about playoff experience, one of them, the man on this roster who has the most, like almost in the NBA, obviously excluding LeBron James, or people who have been Chris Paul. I mean, Chris Paul has been here a lot, and he's going to be a great mentor for the guys, which is why I'm not completely counting the Thunder out.
Exactly.
You cannot. If you overlook this team, you will lose. You have to play this team as if it's a very good team because it is. And I think there's a little bit of that factor in there that people are going to overlook the Thunder, overlook us. Because we don't have Russell Westbrook, Paul George, or Kevin Durant anymore. But,
no, you don't. Rip.
Isn't it crazy how after Russell Westbrook left, this Thunder team looks a lot stronger heading into the playoffs? I mean,
they destroyed the top team the second top team in the West.
No, they're the top. They destroyed the Lakers. They were the top team. Let's talk about the Lakers.
So it shows like promise to them.
Yeah, it showed me that we could be a superstar team. Now let's talk about that superstar team. The Lakers. Uh-oh.
That was just kind of sad when they went against Oklahoma. It was just kind of sad. I watched it.
They've looked weak offensively. They've had a decent defense, but offensively they've looked weak.
Maybe because it's the minutes, they're kind of like giving the star players a bit less minutes.
But that's this list isn't that.
They need like their star players. What if like LeBron goes out or whatever, or Anthony Davis?
What if, like, not even a serious injury? I would never wish an injury on a player. That's not something I would never.
Yeah.
It does. Then what?
Then they're in trouble.
You're in trouble because there's a lot of deep teams in the West. You look at the Jazz, who mentioned, the Thunder, hell, even the Mavericks, who I think are going to be one round and done. But you look at these teams in the West, and a lot of them are really, really deep. They can play. Yeah. You look at the Nuggets. I mean, the top teams are very deep except for one, and that's the Lakers. That's what they've showed me. They don't have that good of a bench.
Mm-mm.
And if you don't think that important, ask the 2015 Warriors who blew a 3-1 lead. I mean, did they win the championship? No. Now, are we counting them out? Obviously not. Okay, I think this team has a very good chance to win the title. But it's not my prediction. And those are the reasons why is it's not that deep of a team and they need their star players. But they always have LeBron. LeBron's going to always give them a shot. No matter which team he's on, he's going to give everyone a shot. You know, you can never count LeBron out. But let's talk about, you and I agree with who thinks will win this finals. It's a team in LA, but it ain't the Lakers. A team.
The Celtics?
Who I predict. It starts with the C too, man, but not the Celtics.
Dang.
Who I predicted in the preseason. Who I'm still going to stick with my gut feeling on this one, and that's the Clippers.
Me too.
They don't only have star power; they have depth and a lot of it. Do they have Lou Williams?
I think so.
Lou Williams might be the greatest bench player of all time.
No way. That's a bold statement there.
It is, but, I mean, come on. Lou Williams is a very, very good player is what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Very off the bench. You look at Paul George, you look at Kawhi Leonard. On that Raptors team, there was Pascal Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
That was a decent team, don't get me wrong. But without Kawhi Leonard, I don't think they would have won the championship.
Yeah, I mean, usually there's like that one person.
Yeah. Man, it's just crazy how good of a team the Clippers is. It scares me, man. And you look at Kawhi Leonard, he got that Raptors team to the finals, like we said. You also got to look at Paul George. Take away what he did in Oklahoma City. It wasn't good. You look at what he did with the Pacers. He beat LeBron before with nobody, or almost got there. He almost beat LeBron with like. People like to look at Oklahoma City and say, well, Paul George is going to do good there, but I mean, the guy can still play basketball. The guy's still very good at what he does. I think those Thunder teams weren't well built. That's my whole thing. I don't think they were.
They were close.
But there wasn't team basketball. It was star basketball. And it doesn't work in the NBA.
No. The NBA is a team game.
Yeah. Man.
Do you think the Lakers are overrated?
It's hard to say. They're a very good team, but yes, I really do. Everyone's acting like they're just going to win the title. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of strong teams that they're going to have to beat. I mean, teams who we didn't mention are the Bucks. Great team.
Oh, yeah.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, Chris Middleton. I make fun of Chris Middleton because I got into an argument with someone and they said that Chris Middleton was the reason the Bucks were good. It was funny. But he's a good guy. But I don't know about the Bucks, man. I don't know.
I think if Chris Middleton somehow does better, they have a better chance, a high chance, I think. Yeah,
but Chris Middleton made it to the All-Star game, which I'm not necessarily opposed to, but I think without Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Bucks are a very weak team. But Giannis is just that dude. He is that good of a guy. He's that good of a player.
He's like kind of like Chicago without Michael Jordan without Scottie Pippen.
Without Michael Jordan. That Chicago team, we're not saying that 95-96 Chicago team is bad without Jordan. That team's still very good without Jordan.
Exactly.
But we're not talking about which teams are good. I'm talking about which teams can be great. You know?
Which teams we will remember.
I think the other team wins it all. We're going to remember them. Am I saying they're going to do it? Absolutely not. I'm realistic. I'm a realistic fan. I don't think we're going to win. But if we do, it'd be funny to me.
That would.
You know what?
But I wouldn't count them out 100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't count them out, but I would definitely not give the best.
You wouldn't bet your money on them.
No, I bet my money on the Clippers. My brother's going to buy if we win. This is funny. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about how do we think these playoffs are going to go. Probably next time we talk about the NBA, we'll give a more thorough, round-by-round prediction. Whenever it gets set, okay? We can't talk about it now because there is no definite seeding. We don't know who's going to play who. But, yeah, I definitely think the Thunder are a very strong team. I think the Lakers are looking a bit weak. You don't watch college football, but I do, okay? In 28, Alabama was the team. Very good team. They looked like they were unstoppable, okay? Alabama then played Mississippi State, who they beat, but they only scored 20, 21 points when they usually score 40.
Oh, boy.
So what we found out about Alabama that day is that they're very weak against the run, okay? Mm-hmm. Then Alabama went on to still beat Oklahoma by only 11. They were expected to absolutely rip us off, tear us to shreds. They were up 28-0 in the first quarter and only beat us.
Wow.
And then they played Clemson. Would you like me to describe how that Clemson game went for Alabama?
I'm guessing it went bad.
It was an absolute dog out. Alabama lost that game 44-17 because they played Clemson. And it showed that Alabama team was overhyped heading into the playoffs. And they looked unbeatable, but they were overhyped. Does that remind you of anybody? Does that remind you anybody in this playoffs?
Pelicans.
No. Reminds me of
the Lakers.
A lot of the Lakers. A lot of weaknesses about the Lakers. They've scored 80 points. They've also only scored 80 points another time. And the time that they went, they only scored 105. This team doesn't look good offensively heading into the playoffs. Where keep in mind, basketball is a game that is won and lost by how good you can play offense.
Yeah. Of course. I think the Lakers still have a chance.
No, I'm not counting them out. I'm not. Absolutely not. I really thought Alabama was going to win it all. But what I'm telling people is be careful with how much hype you put under the Lakers.
Yeah.
They get very good teams. But I've seen very good teams. The Falcons in 2018. You're looking at, the Packers. You're looking at the Cowboys in 20. All I'm telling people is other sports. I've watched it with Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury too. I've even basketball where this has happened. Where the Thunder in 2019 last year, where they had Russell Wilson and Paul George. Or the Thunder in 2015, or the Warriors. It happens where teams look up and then they lose. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Teams very good heading into the playoffs, and then they lose. Deontay Wilder was the whole puncher, and he got jaw dropped by Curry in the 7th in the rematch. It just. Are you blowing? Are you blowing on the freaking phone?
No.
Oh, it's very windy for some reason. Yeah, that's all I tell people.
People on the internet.
Yeah.
What are you doing on the internet? You better not be going anywhere. Hey, your parents wouldn't approve. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. If I see you on the bad website.
If I see you on the hub, I'm a go over there and.
Wait, why are you?
No. But anyways, I think that's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. We said everything we need to.
What?
It's Thursday, okay. It's Thursday at the time we'll release this on
It's Thursday, my dudes.
And we'll
What
release
does
it.
it mean?
It'll be uploaded on Friday. Got to edit. Yeah, we're back officially. We are back.
Back, baby.
Um,
I know you missed us.
yeah, I know you 12 subscribers missed us so much.
Yeah, you were dying without us.
We're definitely coming back stronger, I think, this time. We have a more scheduled, structured thing, because last time it was just wild. I mean, go 5 days.
It was the Wild Wild West.
This, I hope we can upload for you guys almost every day. Almost. There are definitely going to be days when we can't upload for reasons that are out of our control. Like we might have a test, we might have to do something football, but we are going to try to at least upload 3 times a week. At minimum.
Yes.
Minimum 3 times a week. We're going to try every day, though.
I'll just not be able to do it.
No,
we are going to do it.
We're going to do it every day. Why not? Movie Mondays that are good. Wednesdays we review movies that are bad. You know what? On Saturday, after we're going to review a bad movie, it's going to be called The Perfect Date, so you have that to look forward to tomorrow for you guys. Yeah, I have to show Andrew that movie. It's a very bad movie, and we're going to review, and we're going to break down how bad it is.
Yes.
But definitely like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell.
Yeah, make it gray. Make it gray. If it's like any other color but gray, you fool.
You're a fool. If you see that red, you see that video, you better punch it. I want to see your screen broken because you punched it so hard.
That's what she said.
Okay, now we can definitely say this video is not for kids. Anyway, behind the scenes stuff. Thank y'all for watching so much. If you made it to the end, you're the best.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely to do every day now. Shout out to whoever watches this. And bye-bye.